Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
What's happening? Here,
How,
I guess.
are we on the three-way or?
Yeah, we're about to. 1 second.
It's not gay if it's in a three-way.
I have to call here.
Don't make eye contact. Ryan Reynolds has got his dick in a box.
Dick in a box.
Should we push this to this whole intro? Like, we're upgrading people.
Hello.
Hello.
Can anybody hear me?
We hear you. Do you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
How's it going? Is the echo really bad?
No?
Okay, great. All right.
All right.
All right.
We are rolling whenever you want to start.
We are the Syndicate, Phil and Ron, and today we have via phone Divine Science with us.
What up? What's up, y'all?
We're on a new thing. We've never tried this before, but this is a several-way conversation via phone. Adam, on guitar, why don't you introduce your band?
All right. So we got Randy on bass. We got Jake on drums. Hold on, guys. And we got Ben on the three-way on the conference call on vocals.
Ooh.
There
Hey.
we go.
So we wanted to ask you guys a couple of quick questions tonight. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
First, we noticed that on the internet it says that you guys formed in 2009. Tell me about that.
Well, that might be some outdated information, depending on what site you look at. But the truth is, I've been trying to put this band, and you probably found like a band mix website.
Yeah, it was bad.
Which I had changed over from my old band, Emerge, and I just renamed it Divine Science as I was looking for new musicians.
Well, tell me about your musicians. I understand that they're all from other bands. You're from Emerge.
Yeah, I believe you know one of them.
I do.
Randy.
What's up, Randy?
I don't know, he had a funny look on his face when he said I do. There's a really big creepy smile.
So introduce us to like Jake and everybody. What other bands have they been in?
I've not really been anything much around the Florida area. The only band I really ever did anything was Gregorian Empire and a little bit with the Long Meat Project. That's home where I'm from in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Jake, I can barely hear you, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right, let me step up. I'm sitting back a little ways. I didn't want to sit on Adam's lap. No, I've really not done much around the Florida scene. I'm originally from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh,
I
wow.
played in a bunch of bands back there for Gregorian Empire, the Long Meat Project, Normandy, just to name a few. This is really the most serious project I've ever worked with in Florida, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, we see you guys are very busy. Got
You got that show coming up on the 13th?
Yeah, we've got the 13th of this month at Local 662 here in St. Petersburg.
yeah, we
Yeah,
see.
playing with Cypher Machine and a bunch of other bands that I can't name off the top of my head right now, but it's
I got 'em.
Saturday
Here,
got
Cypher
that,
Machine, From the Fire, New Tattoo, Farewell to Goodbye. It's $7, 21 and up, $10 or 21 and under. And doors are at 7, shows at 8. You guys are supposed to be on at 9. Something like that.
Boom. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Research. Oh.
You must be... Yeah.
I was at Dunkin' Donuts this morning awake, and I shouldn't have been. And I was, like, writing shit down.
Fuck
Which,
yeah, man.
speaking of writing shit down...
At least one of us came prepared for this.
Yes. Speaking of writing shit down, I saw that you, through your pictures and everything there, that you're playing, that you're on an LTD and an Epiphone, and you had a Mesa, but I couldn't see what kind of Mesa you had.
Oh, it's a triple wreck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but but I'm running the 7-string Epiphone. It's the Les Paul, Matt Heafy, dude from Trivium, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your signature 7.
Yeah, man, and I'm liking the thing. I've had it since February, and my LCD is pretty much my backup now. I got the Stephen Carpenter, I believe it's a SC08 7-string baritone, wood tone color. Yeah, that's my backup now. But I like having the combination of the two. It's real nice.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Baritone scale, by the way.
hey Ben, what band were you in? We kind of like ended up jumping over you. You want to tell me what kind of bands you've been in, Ben?
Yeah. First of all, that echo's kind of killing.
Yeah, we're getting it too now.
Yeah.
So I've been in. First of all, I was in the Army for 10 years, man. So I got out of the Army in July of 2014, and immediately I joined a metal band out in El Paso, Texas called Section 6, and I went on tour with Ectomorph and played with Motograder, Dead Horse Trauma, a few other bands, Thera. Anyways, but I've been in and out of bands, primarily playing guitar for the last 10 some odd years. But these last 2 bands have been the first bands that I've really gotten to buckle down and do vocals on. And so, the last band I was in was kind of an industrial act. It was more screaming than there was singing. But this band, I get to let loose a little bit because when I sing, I got a little bit of a bluesy raspiness thing going on. So I get to explore my range a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, first, I want to thank you for your services with the military there.
Thank you guys, man. Y'all signed my paychecks.
Yeah, and from watching the the videos online and everything, it's nice it's nice to hear a range because that is the thing in metal. A lot of time, I'm a screamer. I scream all the time. I sing in my car and shit, and I'm working on throwing that in some other things, but our last song I sang in, but you can't tell because I used a vocoder because I'm the keyboard guy. So I was like, I'm gonna vocode the shit out of this.
I do have another question. I want to ask, where did the name Divine Science come from?
Good question, man. Yeah, it's somewhere in the depths of the mind and the soul, man. Is all I can say, man. Just
walking on the beach and it just hit you.
Yeah.
Did we lose them?
My God, they're gone.
Gone forever. I think we lost them. I'm gonna give it another attempt. I don't know why I just typed that. Let's try this again.
Come back to us.
Hey, we lost you there.
Who's that? I'm still here.
Okay. We still there?
Yeah,
Yep,
we got you
we're
now.
good.
I'm here.
Okay, we must have got knocked off or something offline or whatever. But anyway, I guess where the question was, where did the name come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just kind of two diametrically opposed ideas over the course of time, which I think is always
moron.
Yeah, the irony of back in the day, let's say religious zealots that refused to accept anything scientific, and scientists that refused to accept anything spiritual. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, it's all of the above. You know what I mean? And they all work together, in harmony. There's not science without the divine, and there's not the divine without science. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually really like the thing that you have on your Facebook there, the hardcore melodic metal created for the soul of the human experience. I think that actually sums it up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I saw these people writing all these bios, and we had our first show was at Blue Water Media, which is a production studio up in Clearwater, Florida. And we had we played Halloween. It was our first real gig together back what was it, day before Halloween, whenever it was, on a Friday, and so that was our first gig, and we played in a recording studio over there. It was a live performance inside of Castaway Recording Studios up there, and I forgot where the fuck I'm going with this. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, I was supposed to write a fucking bio, and I looked at the other guys' bios and shit, and they were like a fucking mile long, and I'm like, what the fuck is there really to say about a band other than we like to play fucking music, and we hope that you like the brand of music that we like, that we're gonna play for you.
On top of that, like, as far as the lyrics and everything are concerned, it's literally coming from experience. Like, everything that I write about is, it's something that's happened in my life. And if it's not something that's happened in my life, it's something that I've perceived in society. So,
I mean, Ben is, in my opinion, Ben is just the ultimate lyric machine.
Yeah.
He's heard 30 seconds of a random lick that Adam wrote and already had something written for it. Mm-hmm. And it's fun to watch shit like that go down, and for our music to be part of our human experience and hopefully part of someone else's.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, I think a lot of ego tends to get in the way with a lot of bands and stuff like that, and feeling like the notoriety of playing is what matters, when really, no, I'd be just as happy if no one was there and I was still playing music.
Yep.
I need that. I need that.
I want you guys to also tell everybody out where they can hear you, the Facebook, the SoundCloud, all that kind of stuff. Why don't you go ahead and shout that out?
Right now, the best place to hear us really is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation / Divine Science. Yep, it's got all of our newest songs off of our last demo. It's got all of our upcoming shows. I don't think we've completely updated it. We've added a couple since then that have not been put on the website. They're just not 100% confirmed. So everything up there right now is 100% confirmed. Some of the other stuff is 90% confirmed. They'll be added shortly. But we also have a YouTube page right now. A YouTube page. We want to get people going up there too, so that they can just find just search Divine Science. There should be our performance up there from the State Theater. Same with Reverb Nation.
Instagram too, isn't there?
There is an Instagram. We've not really kept up with the Instagram.
For the swimsuit model photo shoot that we were doing.
We really just need to make the time to get all the hashtags down, but I personally can't stand being on my phone for that.
Yeah, speaking of swimsuit shoot there, we also saw the Randy Macho Man video.
Hey, hold on.
That is literally we'll get on our first break at rehearsal, and he'll stand in the living room and just fist clenched staring at the TV watching Ultimate Warrior.
Dude, did you get that video I tagged you in, the where the Ultimate Warrior is like barking at like icy stars and barking at Asking Alexandria?
No, but I would love to.
Yes. Like O'Brien.
It's the Ultimate Warrior show. Right before he passed away, he was showing up at like heavy metal bands, motels in the middle of the night, and waking him up and like getting
putting
him
in
to
a
work
boot
out.
camp and shit. And they did not like it. They're like, "You want me to stop drinking right now?" And he's like,
"We'll have to look that up once we're off of the
Winds of Plague, man. Winds of Plague, I think it was on their third album, actually did a song called The Warrior or Warrior, something like that, or The Warrior's Creed or Warrior Spirit, some shit like that. And it was the Ultimate Warrior. They put music behind him just going on this fucking weird ass rant.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Hey,
well, you heard that,
Adam, what you need to do,
the Barbarian, right?
Adam, what you need to do is you need to promote your show with the Macho Man voice. You gotta do it.
Yeah, I'm doing right now. You guys don't understand, man. When you first walk into the rehearsal space at Adams, the first thing that you're gonna fucking run into is a luchador mask. You know what I mean? And then you look just a few more feet in there, and there's like wrestling memorabilia. And if you look on the YouTube page from when we played the show at the State Theater, on Adam's right arm, you'll see this fucking obnoxiously glowing fucking armband that he wears. And he comes up to me. He comes up to me at the beginning of the show. I'm like, Adam, you ready? Because I go through and I ask everybody, like, you guys ready? You good? You ready to go, man? Yeah, man. I'm fist bumping everybody. Fucking Adam sticks his hand out. He's like, yep, fist bump, and that is definitely an Ultimate Warrior wristband.
Nice. Well, I love the fact that there's so much camaraderie here. I mean, I'm not kidding. I have been in bands where you're being yelled at on stage or right off a stage before going on, and it's,
put your pants back on, Jesus.
I mean, I remember Randy getting yelled at because he wasn't wearing the correct clothing.
I mean, at least 2 out of the 4 of us ate Randy. That's really just the basic lifestyle.
Look, I've already established, man. We play 7 strings, man. We get low enough that we really can just mix the bass out. We don't need it.
We'll call him Jason Newsted on the Justice for Al album.
And justice for Jason.
Fuck you guys. We earned that.
We try to, even outside of rehearsals and outside of shows, like we'll come over to Adam's and we'll hang out. We'll have a bonfire. He'll put on Ultimate Warrior videos. We'll all sit back and get drunk, and he just gets more and more Ultimate Warrior as the night goes. And we like.
It's not necessarily Ultimate Warrior. It could be Monster Man too. It depends on what we're drinking. Yeah, it depends on the amount of actual liquor. Because liquor is what I find is what goes the rocket ship with the power of the Ultimate Warrior.
I think it's the liquid courage, man. He's having to compete with me. Man, I'm 6'3" and 230 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. You know what I mean?
Damn, I never heard it so eloquently put, man. Now I know how to describe you.
Like I said,
there it is.
Fucking true lyricist he is.
Oh, that is gold. Well, we see you guys got a bunch of shows coming up. So you got the one on February 13th, and then we see got one for Saturday, February 27th at the Western Trading Company, and then March 12th.
Hit the road.
Yeah, March 12th at the Brass Mug, and May 14th back at 662. So we want to get everything out there. Also, whenever we put this video up, we'll put I'll put in the flyers for each one of them.
Hey, is that what you say?
I didn't hear any of that. What?
Oh, you mentioned after the March 12th at Brass Mug, you had mentioned another one.
He said that he was going to put up the flyers. Back at 662 at May 14th.
Yeah. I think before that we're April 2nd at Brass Mug.
We're back at Brass Mug April 2nd. Don't we have another one in April?
Yeah, it's we're working on the details right now. We're just contacted by the singer from. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Convalescents.
No.
I mind you, I'm a antisocial hermit, but
they're kind of like I don't know. I played with them when I was in Section 6 out in El Paso, Texas, and they're kind of like a deathcore band.
Wow.
But their singer also does promotion, so he's trying to set up a show at the Pegasus Lounge. So once we have the details for that one, we're definitely going to push that out because he's got 3 touring acts that are coming in for that one as well.
Cool. It's good to hear that the Pegasus Lounge is playing metal again. All I ever see on their page is like more hip hop nights.
Pornography and karaoke.
Pornioke. Get that right.
Yeah, I actually just learned the other day that they did pornioke. And
yeah, that does make a difference.
She's like, yeah, I used to go do pornioke with my friends all the time.
And
like, what the fuck?
I've never had so much of an awkward boner as when I'm singing "You Ought to Know" while watching some chick get railed behind me. And it's almost liberating to sing while I've got chub. I kind of enjoy it.
Helps hit the high notes, you know.
Yeah, every Wednesday.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
But no, I want to thank you guys so much. The guys from Divine Science here with us again.
Yeah, thanks for having us on tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, when do we
Also,
get to see Syndicate?
we're hiding.
yeah, we're hiding till.
No, we're actually hoping to be out towards the end of spring.
But I wanted to ask. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys. I'm gonna edit this part out, but if you mind if I, when I put your flyers up for the shows, if I play some of your music behind it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
Spread the word, man.
And also, I'd like to throw something out there too. So, for everybody that checks out the video that you're going to post and whatnot, people got to understand the life of a metal band. There's not a lot of money and stuff like that in metal. You know what I'm saying? We do it for the love of things.
Yeah.
Right? But for that said, to get from point A to point B, like for instance, when we go to Sanford, and we push out and go to further shows and things like that, we're busting our asses, we're coming out of pocket. That's the life of a metal band. You don't have anybody backing you. So that said, I want to go ahead and put it out there that when you come to our shows, please stop and check out the merch table. Support Divine Science. Support local metal. You know.
Yeah, it's very important.
Check out,
put the gas in the car and
snazzy shirts, man. So, push those out there.
Yeah, you see
I mean, I
somebody
know
putting it all out there.
Facebook is full of a lot of bullshit quotes, but I think the best one that I've ever seen that pertains to what Ben just said is your favorite artist was once a local act.
Yeah.
You got to support local music. If you want to see good shit come up, you know there's good shit in your neighborhood, in your area, you got to support it. You got to rep it. You got to rock it, and you got to let people know that these guys are where it's at. And Divine Science is here now.
And if you guys want to, you want to see these clubs survive. I mean, we've seen so many burials of metal clubs. Phil can attest to Boomers and Bourbon Street and Gasoline Alley and all of the clubs that have fallen by the wayside because of not continued support of the scene. We just got to go out and support the clubs that are doing it right now. Your local 662s, your Western Trading Companies, your Pegasus Lounges, your State Theaters. Yeah. And all the guys that are helping us do that. Well, just thanks to J-Rock. I mean, just real quick, thanks to him helping us get on the map. And
J-Rock, Nick Marcuson at Local 662. Heather at
Brass Mug.
Yeah, Heather at Brass Mug. Such a sweetheart.
on the street.
She helps us out a lot. Nick Marcuson has kicked us towards a bunch of shows that are national acts looking for openers. So big shout out to Local 6.
Yeah, I got to say Felicia at Western Trading Company.
Definitely.
And Julie Bible at Pegasus. Not trying to name drop, but these are the people that have fucking helped us. At least have a stage to present to get the name out.
And last but not least, but the 400 people thus far. I mean, we've only played maybe 5 shows together, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And we're getting a lot of recognition just out of those shows. You know what I mean? Like every place that we've played so far, we've gotten a really good review. We're very professional when we walk in. We shake hands with the owner, the promoters. We want to rub elbows with everybody, bands and authority alike, people that are running the gigs. We want to make sure that people have a good experience with Divine Science. So we also want to thank those people along with the 400 some odd people that we have thus far. That said, let's go ahead and get 5, 6, and up to 1,000 people on our Facebook page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it takes a lot of people to make music happen, and we all need to go out, and everybody needs to go out and support them if it's something that that you enjoy. Otherwise, it won't be there anymore.
Definitely.
Yeah, and whatever you got to do, I know that Facebook disallows most of their posts to be seen by most of their viewers unless you're paying for the sponsorship and the other. And I know there's ways around, like, hey, click on our page and go through the bullshit it takes to see our shit in your feed more often, just so that you're staying abreast of it. And then go check out the page for updates, and then look at Reverb Nation and try to get with our social media so you can stay abreast of what's going on with us.
Yeah, I mean, and back on the thing Ben said about, we don't do this for money. We fund a lot of this ourselves. To be seen, all of it, to be seen by all of your followers on Facebook, you got to pay them, and that's just not in the cards at the moment. So
Yeah.
anybody that can get out there and get on our page and check us out and spread the word. Come to a show, yeah. Bring your friends, bring your mom, bring your grandma. I don't care if she doesn't like it. She's going to tell somebody, and chances are somebody she tells how much she hated it is going to check it out and love it.
That's right. And one of the best feelings in the world. I'll put it to you like this too. I'm even going to start posting the lyrics to the songs and whatnot because I want people to learn the songs.
Dude, one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life.
The last two shows, people really started to catch on to some of the stuff that I was putting out over the mic. And one of the best feelings in the world is when you have people singing your song back to you.
Oh, so definitely.
Yeah. That's one of the highlights too. So be watching out for all of that.
I know for me, like when I was in A Broken Machine, one of the best things I ever got was one day I got a message from a fan who was like, "Your song, I need the lyrics to." I can't even remember what song it was, but I was like, "Sure," and I sent it to her, and I'm like, is this so you can sing along with me? Because I scream, so I know you don't know what I'm saying. And she was like, no, honestly, I know like the choruses, and I know here and there in the verses, but I want these tattooed on my ribs. And I was just like, wow.
That went back and like, rewrite that real quick. I'm sorry.
And I mean, like, Randy, I'm sure you probably felt proud when we were doing the ABM stuff, and there were all those people that had the skull and gear tattoos that weren't even weren't in the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was fucking sick as shit. People getting tattoos of the fucking logo. It was a good logo. Had the skull and the gears. It worked.
Yeah, I just want to say that, playing in my former band, Emerge, it was a joy to play with ABM, and I watched y'all progress so much over the course of time, and just get better and better and better until you guys fucking blew the roof off the place just about every time I heard you guys play that I can remember. And it was a joy watching you guys play, and it's been a joy getting to know you, Phil, since then. We didn't know each other that well during that time, but we always said what's up, and and since gotten to know him after coming to the scene, then you telling me, I was like, so what's up with this Randy? Can he play? And you were like, yeah. Yeah, that's a kind of an understatement. So
you can't have him back though.
I remember the first time I heard Randy. He walks in and he just starts playing Primus. And
I joke about trying to put him out on the corner and making some extra money and stuff, but no, I really can't fucking sell.
I mean, as superfluous as a bassist may be sometimes, I honestly do have to say that Randy's playing it was surprising to see a bearded fuck like him be able to shoot.
I thought he was retarded when I met him. I just thought he was slow. I was just like, this guy is cool, but he's a little slow. And then I saw him fucking play the bass and goes, no, he's a fucking genius.
He's a fucking Rain Man. I don't.
Yeah, and I can tell. I went through and I went through today and I was listening to all the songs and I was listening to the wide array of style too. And that there's places where you'll actually just go and just like hearing it drop to bass and stuff like that. And like do it, have a dramatic build or have the incredibly heavy part and having that wide array of sound and everything. So everybody's got to be talented. Everybody's got to know their shit. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool to hear that.
That's a big thing with us too. We actually been told as of late. As a matter of fact, the last show we played at the Brass Mug, Heather was explaining to us, she's like, you guys are so versatile. Your songs aren't all the same, so we could stick you guys with so many different acts, you would fit in with a lot of different genres and stuff like that. And that means a lot to us, but what it really comes down to is that if we didn't have the musicianship that we have in this band, we wouldn't be able to do that, we got Randy who can go I'll put it to you like this, and he probably did this when he was an ABM, but Randy likes to, every practice, start playing freaking, play that funky music, White Boy on the bass, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and speaking of the versatility, I mean, we're trying to branch it out even further. We don't want to ever lose our heavy core, but we're trying to stretch the spectrum of sounds within this band and the melodic qualities of the band. Yet we also have, Ben writes on guitar very dark and djenty, very complex structures that we haven't really even delved into yet, which is certainly an avenue that we want to explore. And at the same time, we just ended up writing an acoustic song the other day that
awesome.
we like a lot, but we're not quite sure how we're going to fit it into our set just yet. So
yeah, we're not trying to get lynched.
Yeah, I've ran into that before.
We're not trying to pull an extreme here. So I mean, we're definitely stepping very lightly into this acoustic track.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I mean, it's just nice to have like the acoustic track for the album where you want to keep the energy live. So either way,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, depending, if you get a real long set, then slap that right in the middle, kind of give everybody a break. But at the same time, I think that it's, adding that wide array is really important because of the fact that otherwise, if you only have like metalcore songs and then suddenly you start writing shit that's different, then people are like, "What the fuck?" Oh, blah blah blah.
sellouts, I swear to God.
Like, or
Yeah.
the other way around. Like where if all of a sudden you get heavy as shit and then people are like, "Ah!"
I mean, Mudvayne, first album,
LD50.
yeah, off of LD50 when you had Nothing to Gain. I mean, that was so funky and so not heard of in the metal genre.
Yeah, I mean, because the the guitar, the disco guitar, the Girl Scout skin up on my face, the whole thing. It was it was.
But I mean, you don't want to be cookie cutter. You want to warp the genre a little bit for you. You're musicians. Don't fall into a Cracker Jack box. Show that you're musicians and that
You're the prize in that fucking Cracker Jack box.
you are the lion with 3 legs. All right.
I mean, the song itself, it reminds us, and we've talked about this, it reminds us of somewhere between Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, and who knows what the fuck else, but it's got that blend of just our influences of. And it's funny because Ben and I are and I'm the old man in the band, and it's funny. I'm 10 years older than the two guys, Jake and Randy, who were both playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out at my house for the first time tonight. And I could not believe that they couldn't beat Glass Joe. And I'm looking at them just going, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" And I was looking at the and remembering this dialogue.
I beat Glass Joe. Fuck what he said. I beat
on a rematch.
beat it nonetheless.
That's right. But going to the point of all that was that, and me being, 7 years older than Ben, it's just funny that Ben and I will click on like the same exact type of catalog of music. Well, we'll be like, "Hey, if we played some acoustic songs, me and you just getting together, and you were singing, I was playing, or we were both playing guitar, and we were both singing, whatever the case may be, we'll come up, we'll rattle off a list to each other and be like, dude, did you read my mind?" And we've only known each other for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. And that goes back to like the assimilation of this band just finally came together about, October was our first gig. We rehearsed for a couple months beforehand. And it's been a nearly, 7, 8, 9 year process, to put this all together. And there's been various iterations of this band. I'd say about 6 months ago, I had four completely different people that were the lineup.
Oh, I remember you asking me, "Hey, do I know this guy, or do I know a bass player? Do I know anything?" And then like I remember like I called you going, "Have you contacted Randy?" And you were like, "The weirdest thing, Randy just got a hold of me." And you're like, "Is he any good?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, he's good. A little out there, but he's good."
You know what? Let's dive into this a little bit. Let me go ahead and tell that story. All right, so I didn't move to Florida until August of 2014, and when I first got here, you know, I was still a part of the other metal band out of Texas. I was going back and forth, but I was like, I want a band in Florida. You know, I want something I can focus on here.
Right.
And I actually found Divine Science stuff, and I sent Adam an email, and of course, you know, he responded to me, but then like he blew me off. It was like another fucking year later, this dude contacts me, and he's like, yeah, we're looking for a singer, man. You want to come out and check this out? And so, yeah, then I showed up, and Randy, I don't even think Randy played drums that day, or he didn't even play bass that day. He played fucking drums, which that's another thing, too. That dude's, I think I could probably put any instrument in his hand, including a skin flute. He'd fucking play the shit out of it.
Oh, he will.
But you know, as far as like, you know, when it comes to like clicking the most, we all click as a band, we really do. But I look to Adam a lot because the influences are so similar. I grew up in the new metal age, but I fell more towards thrash metal, and then I also fell more towards, I guess, quote, grunge, unquote. I'm huge into Alice in Chains. My all-time favorite band is probably, I would say, Alice in Chains. And it's not even because of Lane Staley. It's Jerry Cantrell.
It's the whole thing. The vibe of all of them together. I mean,
even his solo stuff, man.
Like when I remember when I heard Alice in Chains, oh my god, Nutshell, I was like, oh, the feels,
yeah.
The feels.
You know, like I used to play a lot of acoustic shows too when I was still in the military. I played bars like all over the place just to make some extra cash on the side. Nutshell is always included in my set.
Nice.
Always, you know. But you know, going back to what we were saying about versatility real quick too. Mm-hmm. That was one thing that I even mentioned to the guys, that I would at some point like to maybe restructure the songs into something that's dark and acoustic and lingering, so that we could walk into other venues and say, hey, this is our music. We have a heavy version of it, and we also have a really, really fucking deep, dark, depressing version of it that we want to play on the acoustic, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen it. It's been done, you know, by like Corey Taylor goes all over the place with his acoustic, and you know, like one other dude, and like they'll play everything from the Spearmint commercial to some Alice in Chains to then some Stone Sour.
I saw him do Foo Fighters one time. That was awesome.
You know, but
what was it? Icy Stars just released Icy Stars, a band who relies heavily on like synth and like a techno beat while playing metal. They just released an entire album with cellos and piano and clean singing. It's called Phases. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's better than I was, you know, because that to me is a, you know, an obvious jump because of the fact that I love to orchestrate things, whether it's the synth sound or the, you know, the actual orchestral sound. But I thought you were going to say like an acoustic out, and I'm like, and the keyboard player's like, beep, boop, 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 beep.
That'd be an acapella set.
Don't put it past me.
Okay, that's the next step, guys. Okay, skip away from acoustic, go acapella.
Yeah, I get to see how that would go.
The barbershop quartet's not getting what it used to.
That already. Yeah, actually, I think it was right when Scott Weiland died, and we were getting ready to play the show at the State Theater. I was like, I want to do just a fucking acapella version of Plush. I was just gonna stand up on stage and kind of do like my own little tribute to fucking Scott Weiland, you know.
Much respect. If we didn't just only have 30 minutes there, we probably would have been able to pull that off. But we jam packed our set that night so fucking tight that we just got off in time.
But we crushed it though. That was what was good, man. Like even the other bands, man. They, you know, that's one of the good feelings too. When you got other bands and they'll come to the front, they'll be like, "Oh my god," their fucking jaws drop when they hear you freaking get up on the stage, because they don't know what to expect. They've never seen you. You know, they don't know you or anything like that. And they're looking at you like, before you start playing, like, man, fuck these guys, a bunch of tools, my band's the greatest thing in the world. And then you step up on stage and you completely fucking wow another band, you know?
Yeah, that was the thing that we were actually talking about in a past interview was that was one of the things that used to be really, really great about going to shows in the local area is hearing the other bands.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that changed somewhere along the road. And I think that had a lot to do with the way that the scene, you know, twisted and places fell apart.
It became a lot of, like, everybody was trying to step over one. I mean, it was, you know, End of the Rope, Emerge, A Broken Machine, Asylum 414, and Alpha. There were all these bands. Payload, thank you. And then Society's End. All these bands, they worked together. And that was a refreshing thing. But then all of a sudden, like, when Boomers at its prime started actually getting in record labels, you know, started sitting down to watch bands because they were pulling in national acts that, you know, local bands were opening for. You could watch the scene change to where it warped into something more perverse, if you will.
You're right. Everybody was chasing. You know, the carrot on the end of the stick, you know. This is true.
Hey,
the proverbial thing, and then it became about, you know, who's got the best slot and who can sell the most tickets and who's going to climb this ladder, and it was really kind of a false illusion, and I think people lost sight of why they were really doing it, and didn't get the community as much as the community feeling, because we were almost. And then sometimes the promoters pitted everyone against each other and made it more of a competition too. You know?
I mean, I also, now that we're on that subject, I kind of want to give a shot. I don't know if they'll even hear it, but you know, once the video for this comes out, I'll push this to them anyways. I'd like to give a shout out to two people. One of them, whom we always call Mom, and the other one's name is Jeff Totten. They both organized Project Independent, which is kind of brought back that whole bands working with bands feeling, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I played with the Project Independent out in El Paso, and I know they made a couple of stops in Tampa throughout the years as well. I think, as a matter of fact, the last time that they came through, they played at the Brass Mug. And it's a really good thing because it's just what you guys are talking about. It's you know, bands get in the same room together. It's a meet and greet. Even if there's nobody else there, bands are playing for each other, and that's you know. I
mean, what upsets me right now is that it's a lot of, like, to your face. Everybody's very polite, and I'd rather you be a dick to my face. There's so much. Thank you for whipping that out in front of me.
No problem.
It's a lot of, like, I would be at a show and I'm with multiple bands and they're all backstage just talking trash about one another, but when they're like, when the band is getting off and you're helping them off, they're like, oh, great set, loved you guys, and I'm like, 20 minutes ago you were just like, oh, this band's terrible.
Yeah, in my band's defense, at the time when everything was starting to get like that, we went for what was really important, and we went and played for sushi and sake. And that was awesome, except
feed me.
Hey, that's what we make most of the time.
There was this awesome place. I don't know if it's still around. They ended up
paying us too, which was awesome.
There was this awesome bar. They didn't need to do that. That literally is a restaurant during the day. It was in Fort Myers. If you can get there before 8, they would feed you free dinner. And then as the night goes, it turns into a heavy metal venue. And then so they feed you for free, and then they pay you actually for coming. I think it was only $100 for driving out, but it was like
still that's
food
awesome.
And $100. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the thing when we played Cafe Tsunami. That was awesome. Just they're like, hey, we'll give you some sushi and sake. Come out and play, and we're like, fuck yeah, why not? Except I couldn't eat the sushi because I'm about to scream my guts out, and I'm like, I don't want to actually scream the sushi out. So I didn't eat anything till afterwards, and then I got the warm, tepid sushi while everybody else is like, yeah, that was great, and I'm like,
So it still came up.
Sweet sake, hold this down. Oh god.
But I want to thank you guys so much for being on this. We're gonna have some edits we got to do, obviously. And again, if you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick, names, what you're playing, all that good stuff.
Well, our drummer had to walk out of the room. But that's Jake.
I can do his part.
Jake Howard. Hold on. Well, Randy will do Jake's part. Hey, I'm Jake. I like playing drums. Fuck Randy. Okay, now Randy's gonna do Randy's part. Hold on, rebuttal. Hey, I play bass. And you're Randy, right? I'm Animal. How's it going? Go back to his name. I'll just say it since I'm on the mic. Here we go. It's Adam, and do what you like. I play guitar.
He plays guitar and does Macho Man Randy Macho Man impressions.
Yeah. I like the 6-3s, but I like the 7 better.
He doesn't play his grass Paul's guitars.
And we got Ben.
Yeah, I'm Ben. I'm Ben. I'm the fucking the Jolly Green Giant of the group. I sing. So.
And on that note, everybody, this has been the Divine Signs with us. They go check them out Saturday, February the 13th, down at the local 662. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for having us on, or you on. Whatever the fuck.
Thanks for having us play some Goliath.
Have a great night and have a great practice, guys.